How about now? Maybe now? Oof. Oof. Gemtar Construction, Fort Randy, whatever. I can't. Why you have such a long name? That's kind of silly. Let's see what we got. Super chat. I'll just do all chats. Yeah, we got a buffalo. Had a buffalo for 20 some odd years. Or 27 years. You know what? Just closing in on 27 years. Third time's a charm, so they claim. That's correct. Oh, this job is... See, it's like borderline mud out here. If you look over there, there's water. So I kind of float with this 7530 really, really well. Oop, I hit the wrong button. I float with the 7530 really well, so that's why I'm using this tractor. It's a really good tractor. I actually like this tractor a lot. 7530. If you ever get an opportunity to purchase one of these things, I suggest you do it. So yeah, California. Yeah, you know, you guys out in California have a real idiot governor, like we have a real idiot governor here in New Jersey. Actually, I don't think we've had a good governor in a long time. Unless I wish I could get in the field, we could get somewhere between 6 and 24 inches of snow. What? Well, we had snow the other night, believe it or not. Just a little bit. Yep. What's up from Indiana? Yeah, these live stream. Oh, Jesus. See, I got a lot. Uh-oh. I flipped it. We got a lot going on. Maybe you guys want to see what I'm doing instead of what's behind me, I guess. I don't know. Got an idiot governor in New York, too. Well, he's just for the city, I guess. Most of these governors are just for the city. They don't give a shit about the country people. They want the country people to pay for the city people, I swear. You know, it's crazy. I want to watch tonight at work, huh? Holy shit, I do need... You know what? I think I'm going to do that. How's that? Can you guys see me a little better? Maybe, maybe not. Putting a loader on the 8120. It's a matter of coming up with $25,000 when you're spending close to $200,000 in fertilizer. So $25,000 spent on a loader will happen, obviously, but the fertilizer's got to go on, and it's gonna be about a $200,000 investment this year. Hey, maybe some of you corn guys don't, you know, that's not too much, but for mulch hay producers, pretty damn good amount of money. I can't see the fertilizer coming out the back. Ireland. Northern Ireland, from Ireland. Ireland, not Northern Ireland. So, WT Farm Girl, the possum killing WT Farm Girl got her first YouTube strike. Welcome to the club of misfits on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's freaking funny, actually. I knew it was coming. I mean, you didn't even have to shoot it. You blasted it. You know, you didn't have to shoot it on there. You know, it's like, oh, you inferred that you were gonna shoot this thing. You're in the corner for 90 days. You know, it doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're used to doing the live streams, it kind of sucks, you know. Now, enjoy your time in the corner. You know, it's a good time to reflect, you know, because you've been such a bad little girl. But, you know, I've been in the corner too. You know, it's not like it doesn't happen. You can send a possum my way. I caught one in the field well, it was last summer. I think I even made a video of the damn thing. Grabbed him, picked him up by the tail, because possums don't bother me. They just grabbed their stinky little asses, winged it into the fence row, and that was that. Because honestly, I'm getting old. I don't really like killing things as much as I used to. I mean, I was a cold-blooded murderer years ago. It didn't matter if it was at the other end of the... It didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was a groundhog, a deer, a possum, a coon. I was gonna kill it. But crows, I can call a crow in without a crow call. And I keep telling Timothy I'm gonna wound one, and then, you know, we're gonna have a hell of a time shooting crows, because crow hunting is fun. I will say that. A coon, yeah, a coon. Raccoon, not the black people, a coon. You know, everybody thinks I'm talking about black people. It's terrible. I have no qualms about a black person, and I don't call them coons. I don't know why. Yeah. Yep, I'm back. Now, coon, C-O-O-N, raccoon, or raccoon, wherever you're from. Forrest Gump. Coons get on our back porch, Mama just shoos them off with a broom. That's right. I don't think I ever had a coon on the back porch, but I do remember the neighbor. He had a couple of pet coons, and he didn't want them anymore, so he returned them to the wild. Nah, he's not going to Disney. He returned them to the wild, and they came back with buddies, and their buddies had rabies and scratched the... I don't know if he got his wife, or I think they all had to go for rabies shots, because he was a state police officer, and he came home and shot it and dissected it while it was still warm. And the mist from the warm body, you know, because the fumes, the vapors that come off the warm coon carcass, that also carries a rabies. So he ended up with the rabies shots too. Yeah, you know it's hot in here. I need to turn the air conditioner on, I think. Yeah, well, you can keep that wind. I really need to. Laser pet coon. Yeah. Cool. Jerry Clower. Who's Jerry Clower? I've heard that name before. I got a question from 19. Okay, go for it. What is your question on that Slant Dash A that I have? He is in Florida, yes. Oh, comedian Jerry Clower. I thought I heard of that guy. Fort Benning, Georgia. Is that a John Deere? Is it working on? I'm not working on it at the moment. It's there. I'd actually almost want to sell it. My father doesn't want me to sell it, but I kind of want to sell it. It's just sitting there. Somebody else could make it their pet tractor. Nope, I do not need a truck driver. I do not. Oh, what the hell did I just hit? Dad almost got a flat tire today running over an antler. 50 millimeters of rain this week. Well, that sounds like an awful lot of rain. Yeah, Western Star's long gone. I went to New York. Yes, I'm going to put a loader on the 8120. North Wales, United Kingdom, how are you? I am good. Wes, I have something for you. Can guess Ryan has one. I can't. I missed it. Or you make the video land plow? I haven't plowed anything yet this year. It's too wet, but I will be putting a plow on one of these tractors. I'm thinking this one in the 8530 to see how those IVTs hold up and run. I'm sure they run just fine. And around the corner we go. Now, we're not using the 4010. I'm in the 4010 doesn't have a cab. It's an open station. And I wouldn't be able to even hear myself, let alone talk to you guys. You're lagging, huh? Toll topper? No, never heard of a toll topper. Scotland. I got a John Deere Model A 1941. I think mine's a 47 Slant Dash. Seed corn? No. my mom and dad had to go for rabies shots because they fed the neighbor's domestic deer. And thought, oh no. Oh man, I bet that was when they put them in the belly button too, and it really sucked. I don't know, I guess rabies shots anymore are pretty simple. It's one shot instead of like a series of 400 shots. And don't feed, the only thing you feed domestic deer is buckshot. You know, that's it. You know, buckshot. Europe's tractors or America's tractors, they're all the same. I mean, they're John Deere tractors. They're John Deere tractors. These are actually, they got nicer creature comforts in them. You know. No, I'm not selling the 4320. I'm not spraying either. I'm putting down potash and sulfur. A fodder crisis? Yeah, millions of them. Yep, just shoot the deer. My mom was going, oh, these things are going by. She's, oh, the 4230. You know what? Yeah, I'd sell the 4230. I would. There's nothing wrong with that tractor. Yeah, I got the 5020 fixed up good, and the 4320 is going in for some work. I'm going to be doing that. They raised the deer. Well, they can raise them all. That's illegal for one thing. You know, land of the free, home of the brave, but don't do anything the government doesn't like because you'll go to jail. You know, the government is for the people, by the people. I mean, for the government, by the government. That's how we got to live nowadays. TR70 is gone. I sold that too. They haven't gotten in touch with me yet, but they will, I'm sure. Don't be 33 this year. Well, that's what, 13 years younger than me, I guess. I'll be 46 this year. 46! I remember making a video, and guess how old I am, you know? And I was 39 in that video. I've been on YouTube for quite a while. I don't mind Fence, I just don't like them. I guess I won't buy them. I'm a John Deere guy, you know. It's one of those things, you know, when you're used to something and you like them, you know, the reliability. I cannot believe you guys are getting snow still. I mean, we got snow a couple days ago, but it wasn't anything super duper bad. So, John Deere are all New Holland equipment. I say use what you can make it work. Yeah, New Holland. I don't like New Holland equipment. New Holland hay equipment. I love New Holland big combines. Sorry, I do. And I like the T7 tractor. You got kicked in the nuts? Well, who kicked you in the nuts? Certainly wasn't me. Cat nut. Alright, now we're going to go into a field that is a wet one. I'm going to marry her as soon as she says yes. Why would your friend kick you in the balls? That doesn't sound like a friend to me. It's still there. The mower's still there. You lost your leg to cancer. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. What am I going to do? Oh, rotate back. Oh, man. I don't know why I did that. Let's see. Will it do that? Nope. It locks the orientation. What a pain in the ass. Oh, they're still there? Good. Alright. Let's see what we got. Let's go around the circle here. I got stuck in this field last year. I like the 7000s, you know. 6000 series tractors in Europe are different. They're more like our upper 7000s. Holy shit, somebody just, how much for a 30-minute, whoa, how much video going through each tractor and its history? That wouldn't be bad, but I don't think I need 30 minutes. 20 bucks, you just gave me $20? 20 was, somebody else gave me $1. Holy shit, what's with that? Well, if you want to give me money, I guess, okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting close. Now, the funny thing about that is the closer I get to 100,000 subscribes, Case and New Holland are identical. Same thing. The only difference is the interiors. Closer I get to 100,000 subscribers, the more I hear that YouTube is unsubscribing my subscribers. So I had been gaining around 2,500 subscribers a month for like 3 months. Now I'm down to 1,200 subscribers, and I keep getting emails and comments saying, hey, you know, why am I not getting my notifications? Why was I unsubscribed from your channel? And all this stuff. So if you're getting unsubscribed, I'm gonna flip the camera here. You're gonna see this mud. I got stuck here with the baler last year. Look at that. Now that, my friend, is not good. Uh-oh. Woohoo! Mud just splattering everywhere. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, I'm in 4-wheel. I am. See that little guy right there? It says so. 4-wheel automatic. When I put my foot on the brake, it even stays in, whereas the other tractors, they shut off. That is rough. They are nasty ruts. Well, this is one of those farms that... let me shut this up real quick. I don't want to be throwing fertilizer in the bushes. That's unproductive. Yeah, I think you do remember. I did make a video of it. I know where Englishtown is. Oh no, I'm north of Vineland. I'm up near Flemington. A full tank of fuel or a full... Nah, you don't know this field. This field is... this is over by the radio station on the backside of... well, it's Carl Painter's place. That's where it's at. Nah, Tim don't want to drive the Mack. He's a pain in the ass. I want him to drive... Oh! Now, what did I just say about... What did I just say about these son of a bitchin'... Now, cancel that. Let me flip this right there. See that? I got to back up here. And I'm going to pick it up. Because the sons of bitches will put flat tires on everything I got if they could. These fucking deer. Ugh. I mean, really. That's what happens, man. Right in a tire they'll go. Let's see if I can wing it into the bushes. You know, Indians used to make buttons and things out of these. There it goes. Cool. Done. 6 tons. Oh shit, I don't know. 6 tons. You know what? There's not 6 tons in this thing. I gotta put all my giblets back. Oh. Now, this spreader has the capacity of 6 tons, but it doesn't do 6 tons unless you have the sides on it. Yeah, I'd like to have a 10-tonner. But yeah. Oh yeah, we used to run duals, of course. Turn. Yeah, we ran duals. With the fat tires on these tractors, I don't need to run duals anymore. There's just no need for it. Gates from Tractor Supply rust away in 2 years. They're not the best, they're junk. They say that SL6 doesn't do well with fertilizer either, but it takes a little finagling. Just a little finagling with the apron and the gate and the speed, and you can get it to spread pretty good. I'm actually quite pleased with the consistency of spread pattern on this spreader. it's pretty accurate from what I could see. As far as I'm not seeing any streaking in the center like I did last year because I played with it a little bit more this time. What's the temperature like? It's like 40 degrees, 45. I don't know. Actually, I think it got up to 50 today, in the 50s today. Don't quote me because I've been in this tractor all day. And I'm not looking at the... yeah, I like BKTs. They're okay. Yeah, they're okay. Oh, now I got ruts over there. What time is it here? I don't know. It says 6:36, but I'm betting that's 7:36. Yeah, it wasn't exactly warm. Hold on. I got a question I wanted to answer. Oh, no! Such a pain in the ass to do this. Just you and Dad today. Yes, it is. Teresa went to work today. Thanks. You have a good night, too. No, I'm not into internationals. I'm sorry. To be honest with you, I just don't have a love for internationals. You know, the Farmall M's, okay, they're nice. You know, they're fun to play with. My grandfather had them. My dad used them when I was a kid. I remember the Farmall being used, and I was never allowed to use it when I was a kid, you know, and then it developed an oil leak where it was dumping oil down onto the exhaust manifold from the valve cover. So I stopped. Oh, you know what? That's not good. That's not good at all. We got a little bit of a wet spot. You know, the nice thing about ruts is if you make them the same direction as you mow and bale, the field isn't really rough, and they do work their way out. This field here was trees when I acquired this property. Here, that's a little tidbit story for you. It was trees, and those trees were about 20 feet tall. So I came in with the moldboard. I had a white moldboard plow at the time. I borrowed it from my uncle, and I plowed those trees down. with the 50-20. And the problem with the plowing them down wasn't the plowing, it was the bees that I encountered, the hornet's nest. And you know, when you're on an open station tractor and you're plowing and the hornet's nest is about 7-8 feet off the ground, that's right in your face. So I ended up with a hornet's nest in my face, and I got stung a few times. And I mean, I know why they let it grow up into trees. That was because of that big old wet spot right there. And but it was pretty bad, and the property owner was pissed off the guy they had farming it before because he didn't want trees on his property. He wanted it to be farmed. So yeah. Did you get out of the ticket? No, I have to go back. They wouldn't dismiss it because the officer was not present. Now, if I wasn't present, they would have filed a bench warrant for me. Yep, a bench warrant, and I'd have been in trouble. Well, I don't like being in that kind of trouble, for one thing. So, but anyway, I'm about ready to hit the highway here. No, I wasn't allergic to them at that time in my life. I have been stung by hornets in the past, which are technically a wasp. Those bald-faced hornets, they're technically a wasp, and I never had a reaction to those. I've been stung by honey about a month, and the battery was completely dead. So I put the battery charger on it, which is a real son of a bitch to do, because you actually have to hook the battery charger up to the alternator, where the alternator charges the battery, the hot line off the alternator, and then ground it there at the engine until you get enough juice into that battery to raise up the head unit. Well, by the time what a pain in the ass, right? So anyway, I get the head unit up and I get the shields off and I put the battery charger on the battery, and I charge it for about 6 hours at, I don't know, what is it, 6 amps or some shit like that. And I go to start the thing up and it tells me the battery is dead, or the cables is bad. I'm like, what the hell? What cable? So I'm thinking battery cable, right? Anyway, I take the battery out, and I had another battery that I took off the camper, which is the same deep cycle battery. All right, we're gonna go down the road like this, and we're in the same deep cycle battery. So I put that in there, and of course the thing fired right off like it's supposed to. And it tells me that the battery is dead, and the cable is bad. So I called Wood-Mizer, and I was really thoroughly disappointed because I needed to cut this lumber. And I'm thoroughly disappointed with these guys because they didn't want to talk to me. They were arrogant bastards. I was shocked because any other time I called Wood-Mizer for blades, which is kind of often, I call Wood-Mizer for blades and some other bits and bobs for the thing. I usually get a very friendly person on the other side. They ask me for my customer number, and boom, I get everything that I need right away. So, anyways, the service department, they're like, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. You got a bad battery. I'm like, no, I don't have a bad battery. My battery's brand new. Rick Lauman. Okay, well, that's a good thing. I'll have to write that one down. So anyway, I did everything that I possibly could. Now, I'm not buying a Norwood. Buy a Wood-Mizer. Wood-Mizer only, as far as I'm concerned. Timber King, no way. Yeah, in Indiana. I called Wood-Mizer in Indiana. So anyway, I said, I called the guys up and I'm like, hey, listen, I've checked every cable on this thing. The battery cables are like new because, honestly, the Wood-Mizer, it's inside all day. When I'm done with it at night, it goes back in the building. It does not see weather. It has never seen snow. It has never seen rain. So, anyway, he says, well, the cable that I'm referring to is the cable that comes out of the back of the AccuSet 2 box. I'm like, oh. Well, thanks for the clarification, because everybody else had me believing I had to check these stupid battery cables. Well, it wasn't the battery cables at all. It was the AccuSet 2 cable that runs over to the computer, or the transponder for the adjustment. I'll tell Eugene I said hello. Anyway, so I unplug the thing and I plug it back in, and lo and behold, it works. Now, okay, so the guy says to me, he says, well, just put some dielectric grease on that plug and you should be good. I'm like, okay, thanks for the help. Well, I tell you, I was a little bit upset with those guys because they just weren't very nice. Whether somebody had pissed in the coffee pot that morning or not, I have no idea. But, you know. Anyway, so the Wood-Mizer's back up and running again. And I'm sure there's not too many people on here they're like, why don't we see videos? Because nobody watches them. That's the shame of it. You want to see a professional sawyer? You go to Videos by Al or Linda's Sawmill Cinema, and you will see a professional Wood-Mizer operator doing his job. And you should make some more videos of blowing yourself up with those that black powder, because that's pretty funny. I watched an old one you had done where you threw that dummy up on the roof or whatever the hell that was. That was pretty good. Now, but YouTube doesn't compensate us. ATF, right. Yeah, I forgot about the ATF. Yeah. The ATF. Yeah, they'd probably be after me too. That was you on the roof, but didn't you throw a dummy up there? I mean, wasn't there a mannequin that you chucked up there or off of the roof or whatever? It was pretty funny. I thought it was good. A little bit of editing, back in old school editing, really. So we're going by the police station. Yeah, the police station. The boys in blue. Yeah. They don't like me either, I guess. I don't know. Tricks. Yeah. Yeah, I blew up a couple logs with black powder in the past. I haven't done it lately. I haven't had a, you know, the more, the better you get at running those sawmills, the better you are at whittling away the log so you don't have to actually split it in half. I mean, I had a 40, shit, that thing was like a 40-inch log or better on that damn thing. And I whittled it down. It looked like an octagon gun barrel. My neighbor's watching me do this. He's like, well, what are you going to do to straighten up the edges? I was like, just watch, I'll show you. And, you know, you just got to know what you're doing, I guess. I don't claim to be a sawyer, but I can saw wood. So anyway, I'm on the main road here. Let's see what kind of craziness we got. 46-inch blows. Yeah. Oh, they're tough to do. You get them up on there, and the head, you know, that head unit just does not. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I whittled them off, whittled them down like a damn toothpick. Uh-oh. There we go. I like sawing lumber. I find it to be rather therapeutic, you know. You get to take that log and figure out how to get the best out of it and see what kind of metal's in there. I do have a wide front 60. Oh, yeah, well, we don't need the police getting killed. Of course, I have a bale goal this year. To bale as many bales as I possibly can. You like to farm for fun? I farm for fun every day. Sometimes I get a little frustrated. A drive-through with a tractor, they don't fit. I did try. I went up to the McDonald's over in Flemington, and I believe it was my son Joe. Oh, yeah, there's headlights on. See them? Well, I'm tractor heavy right now because I've got everything I own fixed. Everything I own is pretty much turnkey and ready to go, with the exception of the 4010. But that's turnkey. It starts up and runs. I'm going to buy a new hood for it, and I'm spending $200,000 on fertilizer right now, so it's kind of hard for me to justify buying a hood for a tractor I'm barely going to use when I need to pay for fertilizer. The 4010 should be, what, 84 horsepower, I think? Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. I say that and something's going to break. The Lawson aerator. Well, that's the same. That thing will actually clear forests if I've got it right. But no, I haven't. I've never aerated anything. No, I hated being a farmer. I mean, I was a dairyman with my dad. My dad was a dairyman, and I made hay while all my city friends were here, and they were doing, whatever the hell they wanted to do, and I had to make hay, plant oats, feed cows and all that other fun stuff, feed calves. They had more fun on the farm than I did. And then when I got to be about a sophomore in high school, I guess it just kind of clicked, It's like, Michigan, long-time sub, happy to see things are going well for you, hope to be farming. I'll do that again, hold on a second, I want to read that. Hope to be farming no later than next spring, thank you. And Ryan, I decided I'm going to give it a go. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Now, like I said earlier, farming is not all peaches and cream. It takes an awful lot. And if you're willing to take the abuse of the government and other farmers in your area, God bless you, go for it. You bet. You bet. So now I'm zipping on home. I'm going to put this thing in. I guess, you know, I don't know that I restore them. I just make them work, you know. It is abuse to the pocketbook. Like I said, how many people would go into debt $200,000 a year and bet on the weather that it's going to be good, you know, just for fertilizer and the equipment and all that other stuff, but literally go into debt with a product you're throwing on the ground every single year, anywhere between $120,000 and $200,000. Well, as far as, can I say Trump is a poo-poo caca here? No, you can leave though, because you know what? Donald Trump is not poo-poo caca. Everybody can say that from other countries and stuff, and even these idiots here in the United States that think that he's not doing his job. He is doing his job. He is doing exactly what he said that he was going to do. And the media and the left have, and even the far right, or the right, have been trying to undermine him at every step of the way. But he's doing the job he said he was going to do. So, make America great again. America's always been great. It's just been sick for a while. I'm gonna pull this in here because if I get rain, I'm going to have an issue with wet fertilizer, and I don't want wet fertilizer. Oh my God, the shop's a disaster. I did get rid of some stuff over here though. Actually, it's an organized disaster. I mean, if you look around, you'll see everything. I would love to make it. Well, America shouldn't even be a liberal country. You know, I mean, people need to work. You come to this country, you work. You just work. You know, that's it. There's no other way to say it. Just work. You come here, you work. Isn't that a good sleeper right there? That 5020 with that turbo hidden underneath there? I'd say so. I think it's pretty awesome. She fires up pretty nice too. Okay, so I actually took my solo shot out today and it didn't work. I don't know. I don't think that thing is as good as they say it is. All it did, it looked like a limp dick pointed at the ground. I couldn't get it to do anything. Yeah, I did. I don't know what that $10 thing was, but I need to acknowledge it. Where the hell was that? I saw it someplace. What did Dexter say? Where the hell are you? There it is. So how about that tractor video? LOL. Well, I could do that tractor video, but right now I'm tired and I would like to go home. There she is. Oh yeah. She runs great too, by the way. Oh, and if you ever, you know, you see these springs that hold this together? Look at that. These are trampoline springs. So if you ever see somebody with a trampoline that's like thrown on the side of the road, get out and rob those springs. You'd be amazed what you use those things for. Yeah, anyway, Dad's truck and my truck. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna, the 4430's fine. Wait a minute, do you use DEF fluid? Yes, in the John Deere mower I do. Put this $1,000 camera in there that doesn't work. That's enough to piss you off too. No phosphate. I am not putting phosphate down. I don't need it. The phosphate is in the soil is high actually. No drone shots. I sent my drone away to have it worked on, brought it home, calibrated, lifted off, and it did the exact same thing it did the first time, and I got pissed off and threw it in a dumpster. So that's where the drone is. It can go right in a ditch. Piece of shit. You know what? There's so many drones out there, people doing drone footage. To me, I would just be doing more of the same. And I'm not into doing more of the same. If you've spent any amount of time on my channel, you'd know that I do all kinds of stuff. No, it wasn't $3 grand gone, but 2. about $2,000 out the freaking window. Pissed me off. You know, it takes a lot to really piss me off, but when you do, yeah. Wait a minute. What was that? A pigeon and tape? Yeah, tape it. Yeah, okay. We could do that. Put that on YouTube. You know what? That means 2 strikes there, Miss what the farm girl. Yeah, 2 strikes. 2 strikes. And I'm gonna report you. That's pigeon abuse. Yeah, Tim's phone with a cam on it. Tim's got drones that work really well. He's a better drone operator than me. I trained him, you know, how to fly stuff. And, you know, like the airplanes. You're gonna go to the corner again. No, you're gonna, what happens when you get 2 strikes, then I think they even demonetize you. They take your money away. So be careful. Be careful what you're doing. Didn't they demonetize you for jumping on a horse without any clothes on or some damn thing? Yeah, I think you're right. That Mavic Pro, I was looking at that. It's cheap enough. I think it's, you know, everybody thinks they gotta have a, you know, that $1,200 or $2,000 one. How about eating those maggots? You know, when you were eating those maggots and that tapeworm, tapeworms. I think that's what you were eating. Didn't you get demonetized for that? I had a Unique, and it really was, it had beautiful shots. It worked really well. It would go over a mile away from me, and it was very controllable. It had, you could knock a propeller off of it and it would still fly. I know it was pasta, I know. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking with you. Now, I have a tractor addiction, you know, so it's really bad. Some people do heroin, some people do coke, some people do God knows what, you know. I do tractors, and yeah. And now I'm speeding through town at like forever. Amounts of speed. Yes. Anyway, I think I'm going home, but I think I'm just gonna crash. I am, what is it? It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock right now. I went through 2 drones. First drone lasted a little while, and it took off on me. The second drone, I was flying it. It was working really well. And then out of the blue, it shuts off at about 50 feet, comes crashing onto the pavement. That destroyed that one. So then I sent the first drone away to be repaired, and it did the same exact thing it did the first time. So that's in the Cops Live on OLF. Correct. Yeah. Bad boys, bad boys. I wish YouTube would go back to the old ways too. I mean, if you look at this, anybody that's been on YouTube for as long as I have been, and this is 2008. In October, I will have been on YouTube for 10 years. 10 years. And I didn't start getting paid until 2010. By 2012, I was doing okay. 2013, I made enough money to take a long trip away. I took off to the Philippines for the first time in 2013. Went by myself, had a great time. No, I did not have Teresa with me. No, I was not with Teresa. Teresa's a new addition. She's been around only for 10,000 subs a year. That's about what it averages. I made I averaged more money in 2013 than I do today. If I was making the money on the amount of views that I was getting in 2013, today I would be making somewhere between $12,000 and $20,000 a month. And right now I am making the same amount of money that I was making in 2014. That's where I'm at. So Anybody that's getting into YouTube right now, yes, WT Farm Girl, I'm talking about you. You got a long road to hoe. I mean, your channel's growing pretty damn fast, but it's you know, it's because you're very interactive with other farming channels. That's why your channel's growing so fast, and you're doing it right. As far as scalping subs, you're doing a good job, but you know, you could be like the Eric Moser and Elm Custom Harvesting and just create a whole big mess, you know, create controversy and then go ahead and, you know, and then scalp subs that way. He doesn't gain subscribers that stick around and watch his videos. You know, if you look at the views that he gets for the, you know, he just, anyways, no more talking about him. It's kind of a shame that he has to be that way. He should just grow his channel in a positive way instead of going for the negative. But, you know, I've been accused, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I like making friends too. And, you know, that's really, I used to be really introverse. I mean, I was scared to talk on the telephone. Can you believe that? I was literally afraid to call people. It don't bother me now. Now I'm more afraid to open up mail. But, you know, but anyway, I like meeting people. I like doing YouTube. I like what I do. I never thought that I would ever be this exposed as a human being, you know, but Jesus, driveway's a nightmare. But yeah, no, I'm not joking. I was very introverted. I just never, I wouldn't make a phone call, you know, but I love my life. I love YouTube. And even if I got $0, I would still be here. Believe it or not. I would still be here. It's not about the money for me. It never was. I've been on YouTube since before there was money, you know, and YouTube is targeting us. The people that actually made YouTube the platform that it is today are actually the ones that they're targeting. The Uh-Oh Bro, been on for 11 years. You know, Onision, Uh-Oh Bro. You got all these guys that were big in the beginning that actually started getting paid. Now they're being targeted for demonetization and all that other stuff. So, I don't know. I like what I do. I'm not in this for the money. Yes, the money helps. Yes, I like the money. There's my house. So, anybody that doesn't know it, that is my house. So, I'm home. Teresa's car. I got some junk I need to clean up around here, too. So, anyway, yeah, best fuel additives, ATF or two-stroke? Two-stroke oil. Put two-stroke and you'll be happier. Yeah, well, it's actually a pretty good size home, but yeah, well, that's the thing. When you expose yourself to YouTube, on YouTube, and you express your opinions and your views, like-minded people will view your stuff. Of course, you get the idiots out there, and yes, good farming info. You need some training, my friend. I would love to go to a farm show with you, because your mind is like a virgin. It's unbelievable. You have this eagerness to learn. You have no idea what you're looking at, but you make some really good guesses. And, you know, I saw that interview you did with your grandmother. What a beautiful interview you did. And you really need to talk to her a little more often before she's gone, because she has a lot of very valuable information that you're not getting. And this is just getting ridiculously dark in here. So, yeah. Northeast Ohio Farmer. Hey, Travis, how are you today? Oh, yeah. Here's an aspiring YouTuber, Travis Eby. Go check out his channel, Northeast Ohio Farming. He's doing all right. Oh, Teresa is a godsend. She's a beautiful woman inside and out. The cultural differences between us have been, you know, the most challenge for us. Well, she was there, though. She was there. You know, whether she was doing the work or not, she was there. Like my grandmother. My grandmother Grace, my dad's mom, she did the farming. My grandfather worked in the paper mill. He worked in the paper mill on the swing shift and he farmed all day. So, you know, but my other grandmother, she maintained the house and made sure that my grandfather and workers were fed. But my mother's father, he did all the work there, and she just was pretty much I don't remember her ever milking cows, where I never remember my grandfather Pandy milking cows. So it was kind of like bizarro world. But you know, I'm a farmer through and through. And right now, Teresa's looking out the window at me like I'm talking to myself in my car with the light on. And yeah, yeah, they are tough ladies. Still tough. My grandmother Teresa was doing her toenails yesterday, and my grandmother was making jokes. I never saw my grandmother make a joke in my life, but Teresa was doing her toenails, and she's like, am I hurting you? Because, you know, my grandmother's 93 years old. Both of them are 93, but my grandmother Grace that I see every day, she's 93, and her toenails, she can't cut her own toenails, and she's too cheap to pay somebody to do it, so Teresa does it. And anyways, Teresa's cutting away on her toenails, and all of a sudden my grandmother goes, ouch, ouch, ouch. But she was laughing, you know, because when you get that old, you kind of revert back to your childhood, I guess. And, you know, I love my grandmothers, both of them. And it's, you know, my other grandmother, she lives really far away from me now, and I wish I could see her more often, but you know, I haven't been to see her in a while. I need to go out there. But anyways, with that being said, Teresa looks like she's in the kitchen cooking away, and she's a good woman. So I am going to sign off of here. Thanks everybody for showing up. Anybody that donated money, $31 I made off this live stream. That's crazy money. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I hope I answered your questions, and I hope you're all, you know, healthy and happy, and you know, you continue to watch my videos. I'm dedicated to you guys because you're dedicated to me. And, you know, that just goes to show that I was only supposed to do YouTube for about a year. I figured I could show everybody everything that I did within a year, and then the hell with it. You know, I was done. Here we go. I'm in my I'm closing in. Well, I'm in my 10th year. I'm about to start my 11th year of YouTube. So anyways, with that being said, you guys have a great night. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.